and how it behaves. Now, what is timer mode? In timer mode, the internal machine cycles are counted. Internal machine cycle means the machine cycles or the clock signal generated by on-chip oscillator, because this is available inside 8051 microcontroller. The crystal is connected and here the frequency is 12 megahertz. It gets divided by 12. So what happens in timer 1? When it enters into timer 1, when C/T bit is 0, then it enters into timer mode. When it is in timer mode, what happens? This crystal oscillator clock gets into timer, and when it receives the first clock pulse, this timer, when it receives the first clock pulse, the count will increment by 1. Then next clock pulse, then it will again increment by 1. Third clock pulse, it will increment by 1. So after every clock pulse, the timer or counter will increment by 1. This is the operation of any timer counter. So what happens then? This is all about timer mode. Now what is counter mode? In counter mode, the source is different. In counter mode, source is external pin. This is the external hardware pin which is available in 8051 microcontroller, that is T1 port 3 pin number 5. So whenever in TMOD register, when C/T bit is 1, then it enters into counter mode. When this bit is 1, it enters into counter mode, and when it is in counter mode, the source is external. So a clock will be generated externally and it will enter into timer. As soon as timer receives the first clock, it will increment by 1, then second, it will increment by 1, and then third, and then it will increment by 1, and fourth, and so on. So it will keep counting. So this is exact difference between timer and counter. That is the source of clock generated. Now, again coming back to TMOD register, we have already studied what is gate and how it is used to start the timer counter. We already studied C/T bar pin, that is timer 0 and timer 1. It is used to enter timer either in timer mode or in counter mode. Now, what is use of these two bits, that is mode set bits, that is M0 and M1? When both bits are 0 0, like both bits are 0 0, if both are 0 0, it enters into mode 0. Means if it is for timer 0, then timer 0 will enter into mode 0, and if it is here in timer 1, then timer 1 will enter into mode 0. If it is 0 1, then timer will enter into mode 1. 0, it should be 1 0. 1 0, it will enter into mode 2, and 1 1, it will enter into mode 3. So both timers can be in mode 0, 1 and 2. Now let's understand all these modes one by one. Let's start with mode 0 of timer counter. Now in this example, the timer 0 is selected. Same is applicable for timer 1. We are considering only timer 0. So circuitry will be something like this: timer 0 increment output, because we are considering timer 0. Timer 0, in this mode, in mode 0, we are using TL0 and TH0, because this is higher byte of timer 0 and this is lower byte of timer 0. Out of the size of both is 8 bits. You know that both are of 8 bits, but we are using full 8 bits out of TL0 and we are using only 5 bits of TL0. The size of TL0 is actually 8 bit, but we are not using all 8 bits, but we are using only 5 bits of TL0 in mode 0, because designer has designed it something like that. So what happens? The mode 0 operation. In mode 0 operation, 8-bit timer counter. What is name of mode 0 operation? It is 8-bit timer or counter with a 5-bit prescaler. So what is this 5-bit? This is 5-bit is prescaler. This is 5-bit prescaler and it is 8-bit timer counter operation. This is the name of mode 0. So it is total 13-bit timer counter. So 8 plus 5, so total it is 13-bit timer counter. So what is mode 0? Mode 0 is 13-bit timer counter in which 5 bits are prescaler and 8 bits are timer counter. Now, what is meaning of prescaler? It uses 5 bits of TL0 or TL1 if we are using timer 1, and all 8 bits of TH0 or TH1 if whether we are based on whether we are using timer 0 or timer 1. Now, what is prescaler does? It is 5-bit prescaler. So 5 bits, if we take 5 bits from 0000 to 1111, these are 5 zeros, 251, how many combinations of zeros and ones are possible? So how many combinations are possible? So 2 raised to 5 combinations of zeros and ones are possible from 0000 to 11111. So total it is 32 bits. Okay, 32 numbers you can say. These combinations are possible. So in this case, after every 32 events, that means suppose there is a clock signal, when one clock applies, then prescaler will increment by 1 and it will become 1, and then 2 and 3 and 4, and after all combinations of 32, that means after 32 events enter into this prescaler, then this TS0 will increment by 1. Then again this prescaler again from all 1111 to switch over to the 0000. Then again after 32 events again TS0 will increment by 1. So what happens in this case, after every 32 events the TS0 register will increment by 1. That means first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, and then 32 cycles. After 32 cycle gets over, TS0 will increment by 1. Then after next 32 cycles, then again TS0 will increment by 1 and will become 2. Then again after 32 clock cycles in this prescaler, TS0 will increment by 1 and will become 3, and so on. So what happens when TS0 overflows? So after one point time, so this is 8 bits, after all 0, one point time it will become all 8 ones. When it becomes all 8 ones, it is said that it is overflowing. Overflowing means again it will become 0, 0. It will become 0, 0. So what happens when TS0 overflows? TS0 overflows from FF to 00. 11111111 means in hexadecimal this is F, this is F. When it overflows from FF to 00, this TF0 flag will set to 1. Now where is this TF0 flag? This TF0 flag is available in timer control register. So timer control register is another control special function register of 8051 microcontroller. We are going to learn this in coming videos. So what is TCON? TCON is a timer control register in which there is one flag, that is TF0 flag, timer 0 flag. It will set to 1, and when it's set to 1, it generates an interrupt. It causes timer 1 interrupt if conditions are met. Conditions are met means after all this overflow. After this TS0 overflows, this flag will set to 1 and it will generate interrupt for 8051 activities. So it was all about mode 0. Now what is mode 1? So it is a 16-bit timer counter mode. So what was mode 0? Mode 0 was 13-bit timer counter mode in which it was 8-bit timer counter and 5-bit prescaler. But here it is completely 16-bit timer counter. Now here we are considering again timer 0. So here all 16 bits are used. So we are using all 8 bits of TL0 and all 8 bits of TH0 if we are using timer 0. And if we use timer 1, then it will be TL1 and TH1. So here again we will apply this clock pulse. In the following diagram, we are using mode 1 for timer 0 because we are studying mode 1. In this case, at every event, the TS0 and TL0 register pair will be incremented by 1. What happens? It is 16 bit, so this is lower byte and this is higher byte. When first clock pulse enters, this will be incremented by 1 and this will also be incremented by 1. This will become 1, this will become 1. When second clock pulse enters, then this will become 2, this will also become 2. I am telling you in hexadecimal, actually it becomes 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 like this. When third clock enters, this will also become 3 and this will also becomes 3. That means in each case, every event TH0 and TL0, both register pair will increment by 1. And one fine time, what will happen, this is also 8 bit, this is also 8 bit, this will also become all 1, that is 8 ones, that means you can say in hexadecimal FF, and this will also become all ones at a, both will become FF at a time. So this will also become this FF, all ones, F1111 is F, and this will also become FF. What happens when the register pair overflows from FF, and when one more clock pulse enters, what happens, it will overflow and it again becomes all zeros. It becomes all zeros, and this is known as overflow. When register pair overflows from FFFF to 0000, then timer TF0, TF0 flag. Where is this TF0 flag? In TCON register, the way it was in earlier case. That means in mode 0. When the register pair overflows from FFFF to 0000, then TF0 flag of TCON register will be high. It will become 1 and it will generate interrupt for 8051 timer 0 if we are using timer 0, otherwise timer 1 if we are using timer 1. So it is all about mode 1. So remember, in mode 1 it is 16-bit timer counter. We are using TL0 and TS0. If we are considering timer 0, after every clock pulse, both will increment by 1, and at one point of time, or here also 8 bits, all 8 bits will become 1, here also all 8 bit becomes 1, and when we apply one more clock cycle, there will be overflow. Overflow means again will become all 8 zeros and here all 8 zeros, that is known as overflow, and at that instant of time, it will set this TF0 timer flag of TCON register, which will generate an interrupt. It will cause timer 0 to, it will cause an interrupt to timer 0. So it was about mode 1. Now what is mode 2? The mode 2 operation is 8-bit auto reload timer or counter. This is name of mode 2. What is name of mode 2? It is 8-bit auto reload timer or counter. The diagram is shown. In this we are using timer 1. So here it is timer 1 lower 8 byte. This is timer 1 higher. The diagram is slightly different. TH1 and TL1 register both hold count. In this both holds count. That means if here I am entering 35, here also I have to enter 35. If there is count 0 0, here also there is 0 0. So both will hold count. In this case, for every event, TL register will increment by 1. What happens? Again here we are applying clock pulse like this. After every clock applied to TL1, TL1 will increment by 1. So if initial count is 0 0, so it will become 0 1 0 0 means it is in hexadecimal. That means is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 because TL1 its size is 8 bit. So it will become 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. And after it becomes all ones means after it becomes FF. That means when it overflows, what happens? Then it will generate TF1. It will generate an interrupt. When it overflows, it will become, at one instant of time, it will become FF, and then it will overflow, and again it will become 0 0. This activity is known as overflow, and it will set timer flag 1 of TCON register, and that will create an interrupt, that will generate an interrupt. Now what about TH1? TH1 is not incrementing. So whatever count is there, that will get reloaded into TL1. So it is not necessary that count is always 0 0. Count may be anything. Suppose I have entered here say 35, as I said 35. So here also there is 35. So when we apply a clock pulse out here, it will increment and will become 36, then 37, 38, 39, 30, and so on. At one instant of time, it will become FF. And when it becomes FF and we apply one more clock cycle, there will be overflow and this will become 0, 0. When it becomes 0, 0, it will generate an interrupt. But TH1 in this case is still 35 because TH1 is not incrementing, only TL1 is incrementing. So after it becomes 0, 0, it will again reload the same count in TL1. That means again it will reload this 35 into TL1, and again this TL1 will start incrementing from 35, that is 36, 37, 38 till FF. Then again it will become 0, 0, and then again it will reload 35, and then again 35, 36, 37, 38, and so on. So it is 8-bit auto reload timer counter. So there is auto reload. So here TH1 is not incrementing, only TL1 is incrementing. So it was all about mode 2. Now let's see what is mode 3. Mode 3 of timer counter. Mode 3 is different for timer 0 and timer 1. Now mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. So you can use both timers, that means timer 0 and timer 1. Simultaneously you can enter them in mode 0. Simultaneously you can enter both into mode 1. Simultaneously you can make both timer 0 and timer 1 into mode 2, but you cannot enter both simultaneously in mode 3. Okay, so in mode 3 timer 0 will be in different mode and timer 1 will be in different modes. How? Let's take an example. When timer 0 is in mode 3, when timer 0 is in mode 3, in that case timer 1 can be configured in mode 0, 1 and 2, but not in 3. Both cannot be entered in mode 3 simultaneously. When timer 0 is in mode 3, timer 1 will be in 0, 1, 2. Or when timer 1 is in mode 3, then 0 should be in 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So TS0 is used as 8-bit timer. So here you can see this is again, here you have to apply clock input. This is TL0, which is 8-bit of timer 0. What happens here? We are using clock. As we are using clock, again it will start incrementing after every clock. Initially, suppose the count is 0, 0. 0, 0 means all 8 bits 0. Then it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at one point of time it will become all 1. All 1 means FF. When it is FF and if we apply one more clock pulse, there will be overflow, and after overflow it becomes 0, 0. At overflow, again it will set this timer flag 0. This is timer 0 lower byte, timer flag 0, and it will generate an interrupt for timer 0. Now what TH0 is doing at that time? This is TL0 of timer 0 and this is TH0 of timer 0. Here to TH0 you can apply this internal clock. You can apply internal clock frequency, that is source can be a crystal oscillator that you can apply to TH0. Again after every clock the operation is same. After every clock pulse, the TS0 will increment by 1, and at one point of time it will become FF. And again you apply one more clock cycle, there will be overflow, and after overflow it becomes 0, 0. Now when it becomes 0, 0, now it will set TF1 bit. Now see, here it is setting TF0, TL0 and TH0, same operation. TL0, if it overflow, it will set timer flag 0. And here, even if it is timer 0 higher byte, it is setting timer flag 1. This is timer 1's flag. This is timer 0. This is timer flag 1. It will set to 1 and it will generate an interrupt. And that is the reason when we are using timer 0 in mode 3, we cannot use timer 1 in mode 3 because we are using this timer 1 flag for TH0. The TS0 is used as 8-bit timer but not counter. Here we are using this TS0 as a timer because its source is crystal oscillator. We are not using TS0 as a counter. We are using as timer because we are giving the internal clock frequency. This is controlled by timer 1 run control bit TR1. This is TR1, timer 1 run control bit is used to switch it on and off, as we have seen the earlier diagram. When TS0 overflows from FF to 00, then TF1 flag will set to 1. So it is all about mode 3. Mode 3 is slightly critical to understand. Remember, this is also timer 08 bit. These are also timer 08 bit. We are using them separately. TS0 is used as a timer because its source is crystal oscillator. This can be used as counter and source is external. Here when it overflows, it sets timer flag 0, and here when it overflows, it sets timer flag 1. That means timer 1's flag, and it will cause timer 1 interrupt, and this will cause timer 0 interrupt. And that is the reason we cannot use timer 0 and timer 1 both in mode 3 at a time. So I hope you understood. The things are slightly critical in 8051 to understand. You need to learn all special function register. Unless you learn all special function registers, everything will not be clear to you. So still, if you have any doubts and problems, you can always ask in the comment section. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.